Hey guys, what's going on? I'm here at Go Performance and Fitness in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm going to do a video for my dad basically on chest tightness. So with rounded posture, I always talk about posture and form because it's so important. If you're going to do things right, or if you're going to do things, you might as well do it right because you're going to end up with pain. And then usually when people get pain, they stop working out and then they become sedentary and gain a lot of weight. So you want to do things right or don't do it at all. So with rounded posture, you round forward and then basically this part of your body is overworked and this part is weak and just stressed out. Because these muscles attach from out here to here, and so if they're rounded forward all day and gravity's pulling you down, they basically are just pulled all day. And every time you take a step, or anytime you lift something, they're just getting pulled and pulled and pulled. So with your chest, there's two heads. There's a clavicular head and there's a sternal head. So part of your chest goes from your clavicle to the outside of your arm, and part goes from your sternum to the outside of your arm. So if you think about it, if this is tight and you're trying to move your arm, I mean, you're basically not getting the full range of motion, or you're going to keep doing it and it's going to cause tendonitis. Like I said, you keep pulling on the insertion points and then that causes inflammation and tendonitis. And like over time, with Wolff's Law, your body's going to lay down tissue where you have force, so then it's going to become more and more immobile, and the longer you wait and the more you keep it like that, the more permanent it's going to be and the harder it's going to be to reverse. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our massage blocks today. I've never used this before on any of the videos, but we're going to use it today because it's really helpful. I'm going to use my medium-sized massage block. You can use the bigger one too if you're a baby and you can't handle pain. This penetrates a little bit deeper into the muscle tissue, but what we're going to do is mobilize the chest. So with the elevated tool, it's going to help us penetrate a little bit deeper into the tissue layers. So what you're going to do, let me make sure you can see this, you're going to take your arm, and with your arm close by your side, that's the least intense position. Above your head is going to be the most intense position because you're stretching that muscle to the full length. So if it hurts, keep it down at your side, okay? The more movement you have, the more intense it's going to be. So if it's too painful, don't move your arm, just rest. And like I said, if you're constantly tight and you feel like you're not dead weight on the massage block, then you're not doing anything. Yeah, you're penetrating the top layer, but you're not doing anything as far as those deeper layers because you're muscle guarding. And when you're muscle guarding, that means you're tightening the muscle so that this can't actually penetrate the knots that it needs to. So what you're going to do is you position the massage block, you're going to come right on, we're going to start all around the shoulder joint. So I want you to get as close to the shoulder joint as possible, all the way out to about mid-chest. So if you feel more knots a little bit lower, you can work those out, but mainly most of the problems I see with my clients is right here in this area. So go ahead and you're going to lay right on top of the massage block. Oh God. And this could be your position altogether, and you could just lay here. So this will help so much, and you, like I said, just relax on top of it. If you're tense or if you're moving around, you're not going to get those deeper layers. So you hold it there. Little by little, you're going to raise your arm up a little bit. Okay? Inch by inch, you can hold it for 20, 30 seconds. But as long as you're dead weight, if you're blocking, like I said, you're not going to be penetrating those deeper layers. So little by little, come up. And when you get to about right here, about 90 degrees with your elbow, you can start doing some external rotation. So keep your elbow pasted to the ground, but lift your hand up. And just a little bit of movement in your hand is going to affect that pec. And then you can actually come, oh man, if you can, if it's not painful, you can come all the way up and try to get your arm straight. And just little movements. It's not going fast and it's not going, crazy. Just little movements, little by little. And you'll feel once you do it, you don't need a lot of movement, and it'll go a long way. And then once you work in an area for about, depends on how long or how bad your problem is. If you have a really bad problem with your chest, you get a lot of shoulder pain, then sit there for a little bit, 5-10 minutes if you need to. I mean, you have an issue, so work it. And then once you get one spot, move it over a little bit. And my chest is really tight, so I can feel right where the tendon is, and I put it directly on top of it, and I work that area. And you can come all the way down with your head. The more you lay down, the more intense it is. Just little movements. You can bring your arm out Bring your arm in. The further away your arm is from your body, the more intense it is. Then again, the more elevated your arm is above your head, the more intense it is. So feel around in there. You can go down. You can find 5 or 10 spots if you need to, depending on how bad it is or how much you want to mobilize your chest. Sit there and work it out. You have an issue, so work on it. The more you attack it all at once, the better it's going to be, and the faster it'll go away, and then it'll reduce the amount of time for your body to lay down tissue to make it more immobile. So keep your body healthy, do it right or don't do it at all. If you have any questions, let me know. Dad, I love you.